Okay, I'll try again. I'm doing a couple of videos. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I want to explain my point of view and my circumstances as regards to the bloodline and other things. I want to start with explaining the differences between the royal bloodline, the royal families we have today, the Vatican, and our governments. The easiest one to start with is the Vatican. Well, that was just a push for power and control. Most of what they put out is, I wouldn't say garbage. A lot of the information that was in the Bible is still legitimate information. However, it was very corrupted to suit their needs. Suppressing women and basically telling everybody to find God through us. If there's a God, whoever it, he, she is, it doesn't need us to speak for it. Simple. A higher power would not let us speak for it unless it chose us. The old saying, sheeps to the lambs to the slaughter. Where did that come from? Well, the Vatican says, come to us and confess your sins. And if you go to them and confess your sins and they don't like what you're saying and you're a threat to them, they take you out and call you a heretic and hang you. Lambs to the slaughter. Power and control. Power and control. Governments. Well, we'll leave that on the side for now. Royal families. Royal families have this habit of thinking they're better than us. They've got more money. They live more regal life. They have titles. They're better than us. Oh, no, they're not. We stop picking their fruit. They don't eat. Simple. We stop guarding their homes. They got no one to protect them. Their power is an illusion. Illusion they cling to, as is with the governments. The governments believe they have power. The governments and the royal families of the world have power because we give it to them. Because we sit back and go, oh, but they're the government. What can we do? Well, that's the point. We can do a lot of things. It just depends on your point of view and the way you do it. If we want our sovereignty, if we want our governments to treat us as equals, if we want the government to stop serving themselves and serve us, we have to unite together. We have to unite together. We have to come to a stop paying all our bills, pay your rent. Somebody owns that house. They don't have a right to need to suffer. But stop paying your bills to the gas, the water, the electricity. Stop paying your mortgage. Stop paying the debt on your car. Anything that goes to banks or governments, just don't pay it. They'll sooner or later try and turn the power off or try and turn the heating off. They'll try many different ways to coerce the people into shutting up and going along with things. Because at the end of the day, the more they keep us divided, and that's what it is, that's what religion was. Ever since they've called it religion as being division and war. As long as they keep us divided, they can do what they want. As long as we do not stand together and unite, a couple of thousand, they crush that. No problems. But an entire country? Sure, they'll bring the military in, martial law. Sooner or later, the soldiers will start realising they're killing their own people. They're killing their own families, their own fathers, sons, daughters, wives, husbands. Then what? then the government's power disappears. The military, the soldiers won't follow them. Power's gone. You have the power to do this, but you must unite and stand together. We've got to put aside our greed, put aside our ego, put aside our selfishness. Stop looking at each other as your skin's a different colour, your religion's a different colour. We live in beyond different lines on a map. We vote for different people. All these things have been created over the years to keep us divided, because divided, they can do what they want. But united as one people, that's power. It's in your hands, not theirs. And they know it. You need to know it. And now we're going to get to my role in all this. The bloodline and the sovereignty of the bloodline. My place as the sovereign royal monarch of Scotland, and I say that tentatively, Scotland, the Scottish people is who I'm king of. The people, not Scotland. I am king of Scots, as was Jesus and Mary Magdalene and the house of David. They are and have always been spiritual guides. They are, if you go back far enough, they weren't even called spiritual guides. They were called elders. Elders of the community serving the community. The term kinship was changed to kinship and eventually become kingship. It is not a title that says I'm better than you, as the royal families currently believe and have believed for many thousands of years. It is a title of respect. It is a person of great wisdom who serves the people. That is what I am. My job is to challenge the governments on behalf of the people and bring them to account for the things they do wrong. Here in Australia, we've had 7 prime ministers in 7 years. We vote somebody in, they ask them to put somebody else in and say they're allowed to do it because they're part of the party. Hang on, we didn't vote that person in. But what can we do about it? Aha. If we all stand together, there's a great deal we can do about it. We have to stop saying, hey, we're part of a union bosses are looking after us, and start saying, hey, how about we look after all citizens of Australia? How about we start caring for each other? How about we support our local communities growing food or whatever it is we have to do to keep everybody fed and happy, and tell the government their money to go get stuffed. We're not picking up guns. We're not writing. We're just doing as Gandhi said. Beat them with love. Beat them with peaceful protest. We've all seen, time and time again, we've seen people protest and they whoosh them aside and it's over and done with. And that's because they're a small minority. A couple of thousand people they can crush easy. 20,000 people, crush it easy. But 20, 30 million? Now there's a challenge. We can pull this off. Governments of the world just might start listening. Who am I kidding? They're never going to listen. Which is where I come in. It's my job to oversee a new government being put in place that will serve the people. I do not run a country. I serve the people. My family, my bloodline have always served the people. This is who we are. This is why the Vatican has been so scared of us coming forward, so scared of people learning what we have to teach. And what we have to teach is a lot of science. A lot of it is called alchemy by various other names. What it is spiritual gnosis, spiritual knowledge, the knowledge that gives you the power to know the truth for yourself and choose what you believe. These days we're told a heretic. Heretic, a heretic, a heretic. 2/3 of the planet are heretics according to the church, 3/4, in fact. But a heretic, if you go back to the book of etymology, simply means one in possession of the knowledge and able to choose. Just recently, me and my wife have been called cultists by a church we used to attend. Yes, we attended the church. We did not discriminate against them. I do not discriminate against any belief system. They are all spiritual pathways to the same place. But we were called cultists. Well, what does the word occult mean in the book of etymology? It means hidden, a hidden body of knowledge. These days, we're told it means something totally different. And we believe it because they said it. If you want to know the truth is out there. There's a reason why all the ancient sites around the world, all the Gothic churches, like Rennes-le-Château, Bornholm, all these sites, Stonehenge, Egyptian pyramids, all of them are linked by geometry. Why? Because geometry is the key. Geometry leads you to where the information is. But the information is not there for all to see. You must study, learn. You have to put in the hard yards. Study ancient societies, study ancient beliefs, study magnetism, sound, vibration, energy, quantum physics, noetics. Find out where the true power is. It's in here. It's in each and every one of us. Why? Because we are all sovereign. But there's more to it than that. We have the power to ascend beyond this world to a higher vibration. Those individuals that have ascended are all around us. We just can't see them. They vibrate on a different vibration. How do I know this? Because I speak to one of them on a regular basis. A blue avian named Inkaru. He tells me he was the one speaking to Tesla. Here's a hint for you. Who do you think Jesus was talking to? These races, they're not alien. They're ascended beings. And you can ascend too. This is what Hinduism, Buddhism, Sufism, and many others are trying to tell you. This is what the original books, the original documents, with all the information in it that was eventually made the Bible, this is what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you that the ether, the God particle, the force, if you want to use Star Wars for an example, is in here. That it is as much a part of you as it is this inanimate object. It's everywhere. It's in everything. We just have to learn how to use it. That is what we are here to teach you. But we can't teach you unless you're prepared to learn. So many times I've heard people say, but it's written in the Bible. It must be true. 90% of what's written in books is written from one individual's perspective. They're not going to admit to you they did any wrong. No, it's going to be the loser's fault. Read your history. The Vatican and the top 1%ers were selling Hitler oil to fight us, to fight the opposite side. What does that tell you? Telling the truth. It's a fine line. That is comical that we believe it, but serious. We have been lied to so much that we don't know what the truth is anymore. But the truth is there if you choose to find it. There is scientific fact coming out every day on the Gaia channel. Greg Braden talks about alien bodies they found. 3 toes, 3 fingers, reptilian skin. They've talked for years about giants in the Bible. They've proven they exist. They've found the bones. Pyramids of Egypt. There is, let's say, engineering marvels that we can't duplicate today. Stones cut so finely that you can't fit a cigarette paper between them. Holes cut in stones that have got circular revolutions so close together that we don't have a machine that can do it. And yet we're advanced. Everything points to them trying to hide from us that there has been an intelligent race here before us. And the truth is there has been. They were in actual fact responsible for, I guess you could say, the creation of the human race. They came here doing genetics. It is the reason why you look in the Sumerian texts and the Sumerian pictures and all the rest of it, and you find that Inky has a fish costume. Enlil looks like a reptilian. One was aggressive, one wasn't. It was the DNA they used. You talk about the ancient giants, the Nephilim. They were real. Where are they now? Well, there are many still around. They just went beneath ground. Cataclysms and whatnot. Anunnaki left the planet. Mankind thrived. There are many, many, many secrets that are coming out today through science that the Vatican never wanted us to learn. It is the reason why alchemy, magic, which these days could be discerned as medicine or physics, they didn't want us to know any of it because they knew eventually we would figure out the truth. So go forth. Learn about ancient societies. Learn geometry, sound. Only if you seek will you find. Wasn't that the words? Didn't say read one book and only believe one book like the Vatican wants you to do. Didn't say only read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John because anything else will confuse you. Cultist? Am I a cultist? In the ancient essence of the word, yes. Yes, I am a person with knowledge, with hidden knowledge, sacred knowledge. Am I a heretic? Yes. I am a person in possession of the knowledge and able to choose what I believe. And that is my job as member of the royal bloodline. It is to guide and serve the people, to teach them what they need to know so they can choose for themselves. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.